Before that, my first guest this evening blessed us all when he created comedy gold as Father Dougal and recently answered our comedic prayers again in the Netflix hit How to Get to Heaven from Belfast. His new novel is called A Plot to Die For, though we are delighted to say he has survived to tell the tale. Would you please welcome Ardal O'Hanlon? Good evening, sir.
Hello.
How you doing?
So nice to be here, Paddy.
It's good to see you. I was admiring your work in How to Get to Heaven from Belfast. I went to see the premiere, got invited to that, and I saw you up on the big screen. You didn't look like you were helping too many people get anywhere, Ardal, but it was good crack.
Yeah, and you were in it.
I mean, I was in it. Yeah, I had a small part, but you were...
Well, I played a hotel manager, a very passive-aggressive hotel manager called
Which
Seamus.
was a stretch.
It was a little bit of a stretch, but actually slightly based on a character that you might know.
Yeah? Oh, no, I think I know who you're going to say.
Do you know who I'm going to say?
The guest house.
Yes!
No, you're kidding me.
Yes, so Paddy will remember this. I used to go up and play his club in the Empire in Belfast.
And then there was another club in Derry.
There was another club in Derry. You get the bus over to Derry. I was very tired. You must have kept me up all night. I rang ahead to see if my room was ready. And this very strange man answered the door. Dead ringer for Norman Bates. You know who I'm talking about.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
And I go into the room. The room is ready. It's lovely and warm, even though it's July. You know, he's going out of his way here. I slip
well, things
into
can
bed.
heat up in the north in July, Ardal. So,
I know.
Yeah.
And, I know. I could hear them marching outside. So I get into bed and I'm just drifting off to sleep. And the guy comes into my room. He just walks into the room. He goes over to the windows and he closes the curtains. And then I sense him hovering at the end of the bed. And he did something I really wasn't expecting. He tucked me in. So if that was meant to make me feel comfortable and relaxed, it didn't, Paddy. But this is the kind of typical Northern Irish sort of over-friendly, almost aggressive type of hospitality that I was channeling in that character Seamus in How to Get to Heaven from Belfast.
I remember this place well. I can't name the name of the guest house, but we used to go up and play the Delacroix.
That's right.
For Liam Doherty up in Derry, and this is where we used to say, this is where Jackie Hamilton used to put us up.
Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. That has made my day. That has absolutely made my day.
Yeah, so he's a bit of a composite character of all the various hotel managers I've met over the years.
Over the years. Look, they say it is all in the writing. You are writing yourself again. With this, here it is. This is your latest novel.
That's right.
That's right. That's right.
I know.
A Plot to Die For.
It's my third novel.
It is your
my
third.
first crime novel.
Yes. It is...
Well, look at me, eh? Yes.
It's a murder set up in Carrickmacross, is that right? Or no, small town Ireland.
Small town Ireland.
The names have been changed to protect...
In a town that bears no resemblance to Carrickmacross.
After we have had the chat about the exact person in the hotel.
No, it's a murder mystery. It's kind of a gentle enough murder mystery. It's about a celebrity gardener who has a good career in the UK on TV and radio. And he comes back to his small town in the sunny southeast or somewhere in Ireland, this fictional town of Abbeyford, to help care for his mother, who's had a fall. And he's looking for a bit of a time out from his busy career. Very quickly, he gets involved in solving murders. And he also gets roped into the Tidy Towns campaign. So the Tidy Towns is a big part of this novel, and there's a big rivalry with a neighbouring town.
Bury the body, but keep it clean. Yeah.
Keep it clean, absolutely. Yeah. So the Tidy Towns is a lovely backdrop, because as you know, people are fanatical about it. I'm sure there's a lot of people in this room tonight who are... You hear? They're already looking at their clocks. They're dying to get home to pick up the litter in the morning. And, but it's not just about that. As you know, it's about so many other things, restoring old buildings, biodiversity and inclusion and everything. So it kind of epitomises that sense of community that we have in Ireland.
So it's based kind of on knowing you know, but it just so happens that the main character gets into trouble like you once did. I believe.
Hello?
I believe the character in this gets into trouble when he said that he potentially liked...
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this.
Yes.
So yes, you do draw on real experiences. Of course
Yes.
you do. So my character, Finn O'Leary...
Is you?
No.
Okay.
I very cleverly created a celebrity gardener to create a few degrees of separation and plausible deniability.
It's Dermot Gavin.
Yes.
Yes.
No. It's so yeah. I mean, there was a little incident in it where he flippantly gave an answer in an interview. So a few years ago, I mean, many years ago, 20 years ago, I was interviewed by a women's magazine, and I was asked, mischievously, do you take drugs? And instead of saying, no, of course I don't, and I disapprove of them strongly, I said, yeah, I do. I love them. I think everyone should take them. And I think you should put cocaine on your cornflakes. You know, that's... And so you think, well, you know, we're having a jolly conversation. It was a light-hearted interview, and you think that's as far as that'll go.
Delivery may help with this, yes.
Exactly. Tone, delivery, all those beautiful things. So fast forward about 2 months later, one of Ireland's leading tabloids put this on the front page. I'm not making that up. I think it was the Daily Star. They said, Father Ted stars drug shame. That's not funny.
Ardal O'Hanlon loves cocaine on cornflakes.
And they had a huge picture of me as Dougal in my most gormless guise. And Father Ted starred drug shame in banner headlines. And I had to deal with that, you know.
Yeah.
We were actually shooting, I think, the second series of Father Ted at the time, and journalists were camped outside the set, like waiting to get a word, you know. So that was pretty demoralising. And I had a similar story a few years later. I mean, this is just how it works.
This doesn't make it into the book.
No, none of this makes it into the book. The book is a lovely, funny murder mystery, thrilling and romantic and full of heart, and it's really marvellous, and it's got real world themes, you know, fame and mother-son relationship and all those beautiful things.
And it's priced reasonably.
But no, I again, you're doing these interviews, and I'm always like, maybe like yourself, you're joking in interviews. You're trying to just make the time pass more, you know, in a jolly way.
Yeah, I can see where this is going.
And I used to always make up jobs for my wife, for example. 1 week she'd be a gymnast, another week she'd be an architect or something. But I remember just saying something, like, we met when we were quite young, we were teenagers. And I'm often asked about that. And I was doing this interview for a publication in Scotland. I was promoting a film called The Adventures of Greyfriars Bobby. You've all seen it, right? No. But this is many years ago. And so I was asked about what's it like being with your wife since you were 15 or 16 years old? And I said, oh, well, you know, I've tried to get away from her so many times, but... So again...
How did that go down?
Well, it was fine in the context of that interview, but in the next interview, in the Evening Herald, a couple of months later, they created a headline, fashioned an entirely new story around that line, saying Ardal O'Hanlon has tried to leave his wife many times.
Because of his drug shame.
Presumably. And the first my wife heard of it was when she was in the butcher's. She's a great relationship with the local butchers. And they were laughing at her one day going, oh, I believe he was trying to get away from you. No surprise. You know, all this kind of stuff. So, yeah.
It's, so you have to be careful what you write. You've got to be careful what you say.
You do, yeah.
What I loved about this was that you wanted to write a book that your mum would love to read.
Yeah.
Has she, and does she?
I haven't told her about it. No, I think she will like it. It's dedicated to her. It was written at a time that I was spending a lot of time with her and getting to know her very, very well. I guess as a person rather than purely as a mother. And so it was a really rewarding time in my life. She's a lovely woman. She's elegant. She's stoic. She's philosophical. She's good-humoured, and she has no cynicism whatsoever. And so I wanted to write a book sort of, you know, that she would love. I mean, she loves robust novels as well, but yeah, I just wanted to celebrate that mother-son dynamic, you know. So yeah, it was something that I hugely enjoyed writing.
I know you lost your dad a few weeks ago, and I know how raw that can be. I was reading lots of lovely tributes about him. It seemed to be a full life, you know. Yeah. Lived to the max.
Yeah. No, he was a great man, great dad. He lived a very full and very eventful life, I think it's fair to say.
I mean, like 2 or 3 careers just all in one.
Oh, absolutely. He was just flat out all day long, every day. Like, he was a GP to begin with, on call 24 hours a day. Then he gravitated into politics. So he was just running around like a mad Egypt half the time, you know. And, you know, he had a great public service ethic. But he just loved to help people. He had a great social conscience. He never turned anyone away, rich or poor, you know, travellers, immigrants. He was a proper patriot, I have to say. And like as kids, we just loved going on call with him. Like
he'd bring you out whenever he was doing house calls.
Yeah, that was it. So
Yeah.
so it was probably you know, like with the best will in the world, he wasn't the most present dad. He was just incredibly busy all the time. There wasn't enough hours in the day to do all the things he needed to do. And so when he was going on a house call, we'd all be queuing up, Daddy, 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 bring me, bring me. And it was just a great adventure. You know, you'd be in the car with your dad, you'd have him all to yourself for that, you know, hour or so. And you'd often be brought into the houses. He was very well got, as they say in the country. And,
Yeah.
you know, the family, no matter how, you know, what suffering was going on in these places. And you witnessed all sorts of, you know, all of human life, all the drama of human life, all the suffering, all the joy. You witnessed it all as a very young kid. And you'd be brought into the houses and, you know, and it was just the novelty of being inside someone's house and, you know, and just taking it all in, absorbing it all. And, you know, that hugely influenced me later on in life, I think.
We have a brilliant picture here. I had to do an absolute double take whenever I saw this. This is your dad. And so which one are you in this picture? Because I actually thought this was a movie and you were playing the dad. I mean, you're the absolute split
Really,
of him,
yeah. Yeah, I'm the one under his right arm. That was my Holy Communion suit,
You're
which
kidding
does
me.
actually feature in the book,
Yeah.
bizarrely, because it was made by a local seamstress. And it was designed to look like, I don't know if anyone remembers Trumpton or Chigley. Do you remember those?
Yeah.
It was a little policeman's outfit from one of those shows, like with little brass buttons and a belt and no collar. I hated that outfit so much.
Well, it's funny the things that stay with you, isn't it? I mean, you talked there about that sort of sense of public service, and I know that you went in sort of a different career path to your dad, but there was kind of a sort of commonality too, wasn't there, with that? Like, you're a performer, but you're a shy man too, and I think he was a shy person who had to get up and get on and do it.
Yeah, I suppose there are similarities. Yeah, he had to push himself forward. I always sensed that growing up with him. And, you know, I kind of, like, you know, a politician's job, I suppose, is to persuade people, to bring people along with them in some way. And I think that's not a million miles away from a comedian's job, is, you know, you're trying to get across your point of view, your view of the world or how the world should be. You're trying to put the world to rights. So it's kind of similar in that respect. You know, I do think of comedy as a public service. I don't know about you. Like,
I mean, yours might be, but not so much
well,
mine.
yours was, Paddy, I say this to everybody who will listen to me, that, you know, what you did in the Empire back in the day, in the early 90s, was incredible. And it was important, I actually felt. You gave it to both sides equally, fearlessly. I always thought that.
Well, it played a very second fiddle to a hotel manager in Derry who used to tuck people in, Ardal. So, in terms of public service, look, this is it is out now. Ardal's book, A Plot to Die For, is available in all good bookshops. One more time, Ardal O'Hanlon. This is out now.